Hello, everyone. This is Fairy Dust 1111, and thank you so much for tuning in. So, this is just a quick little reading I like to do every once in a while. And this one specifically is how is the person viewing you, or do they feel about you? And this is in the 3D experience, okay? And so, although this may be an actual masculine card or a male card, as pictured right here, the lover, this is just saying like the individual. So it could be a feminine, a masculine, a male, or a female, or a non-gender. Okay. And for those that are new to the channel, welcome. I'm a spirit-led reader, meaning that I use these cards and numbers and crystals and all that good jazz to convey the messages that the spirit has for the collective, the connected, and others. Okay. So let's see how this individual is viewing you or seeing you. Okay. I am feeling maybe 3 cards will come. We shall see. Sorry about that clinking. That's my bracelet. That's my bracelet. How many is that? Okay, that's... So you guys can always fast forward. Okay. You can always fast forward if you want to. You know what? I may just do this. Okay. All right. Well. All right. I'm going to set this right here. Okay. So these sort of kind of go over here as well. Wow. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So it's sort of kind of like just echoing the same message. Okay. So we have the individual here. Once again, is non-gender. It's more so speaking to the energy. And so with the lover, this is about a individual. I feel like, okay, give me a second. All right. Before then. Okay, in the 3D experiential mindset, meaning that what the data that is collected in the 3D experience, so what they would call life, for those that may not be familiar with my material, the resistance, that's what I call it, for those that are familiar with my material. So anyways, it's just about a person that has gathered information about what goes on around them. Okay. And so therefore they make a judgment call. And so this feels like an individual that may be caring. However, they're very stern. They can be set in their ways. Okay. All right. So let's see here. This was the first card that came out, but let me see how the spirit wants me to actually organize this. And you can always fast forward. Okay. All right. Okay, with this release your ex, so this could be making reference to, although sometimes I read upside down, sometimes I don't. It just depends on what the spirit has me to do. So specifically with this one, it's like this could be making reference to karmic situations. So this doesn't necessarily mean, love situations. This could also be jobs. This could be like a third energy. This could also be the Holy Spirit, the Christos energy dealing with this individual. Okay, so I have a video entitled The Holy Spirit, the Christos energy, and karma, one and the same. So this could be karma, if you will. Karma is nothing but the change of the circumstance that is dealing with this individual, that is changing their heart. Okay, so it's like this person could have been caring in the inside of them and the core of who they are, like their higher self, however, very stern in character, and how the way they may have dealt with you or either like individuals, period. Okay, and so through the alchemical processing, so I have another video called karmic burning and alchemical processing. And so it just depends on your specific belief system. So you have like twin flames, and you have star seeds, etc. And then you have like maybe soulmates, or just partners. Okay. And so it varies. Okay. So you could check that video out. It's a lot of channeled messages. And, just check it out if you feel the need to. Okay. And it's specifically more so targeted towards twin flames. All right. And twin flames, divine partners, that type of group right there. Okay. So anyways, it's like the changing of their heart, the way how they think about things, the way how they see you. And it's not just dealing with you, but more so like their experience altogether. And so with this release that X, that's what's going on. So playfulness, that's just going hand in hand with that. Because like going from a person that's really stern and pretty much stern, going from the sternness and the rigidity to something that's more malleable, more, I hear, flexible. And so with the playfulness, so they could be more lax about situations. But what caught me up was that I seen the number 5 minutes and 55 seconds. So the number 5 deals with change, divine mercy, grace, the alchemical processing, karma, if you will. So that's just nothing but change. So like the changing of the individual. Okay. Okay. And so with this, you have here true love and love yourself first. So once again, going back to the individual that you're watching this video about. All right, so they're learning about themselves. They're learning like, okay, why I may think this way, why I may act this way. Is this really like what I really feel? Or is this what others have inflicted upon me that I should feel? Is this what I have learned from what goes on around me? Remember how I was telling you about the data that is collected in the 3D experience, meaning in life, if you will. Okay, and so this individual is like really reevaluating the way they think about things. So imagine this is like, if say for example, if I'm a scientist and this is my data chart, and I have been taking down notes saying, oh yeah, this is the way how things work, and this is the way how it has to be, and that's fact. However, now I'm setting it on fire because guess what? I'm collecting new data. And that's what the spirit is saying. This individual is collecting new data. They're finding out who they really are, which is their higher self. And they're really accepting who they are. And so this is a process. Think about a process. Think about when you, for some, what just popped into my head is actually when you go to the hairdresser and you may get your hair chemically treated. So it could be a perm, it could be a relaxer, or it could be a dyeing process or whatever. That it's a process, okay? It's not like they just going to run their fingers through your hair and be like, oh girl, there you go. No, it's like a process. You know, they have to put protectant on your hair. Sometimes they wash your hair beforehand, and then they got to prepare the chemical. Then you got to sit and etc., etc., etc. Okay, so think about that. Think about when you go to get a process. Think about when you go to get your pedicure or your manicure, or for guys, if you get your hair like cornrowed or either styled in some way. If you go to the gym, you may have started off at one type, like your body may have been a little more dormant, if you will, a little more flabby, or not just cut up. That through the process of working out, that you actually defined your body. And so this is what the spirit is saying. It's a process. Okay, it's not just going to be like bam, like that. Okay, so let's continue on. All right, so once again with this passion, so it's two things with this. So with the passion, this is what I feel like the heart is being set on fire. So you think about, this is also making reference to a lot of, I do twin flame star seed Bible studies. And so it's not traditional, believe me, it is not at all traditional. Okay, so the spirit has been making reference to the purification of the heart, the balancing of the heart chakra, aka the heart, the energetic portals, I call them, what they call heart, like, oh, well, what they call chakras. Okay, and so it's like the balancing out, broken nail, sorry, keep that off camera. Okay, about the process and the alignment of the heart. Okay, so you have 3 hearts. You have your physical heart that pumps the DNA, which is the 3D information, if you will, and then you have your emotional heart. your emotions, energy, emotion, okay, in which you magnetize towards you. I look at the timer and it says 1001, which is 1010, which is transformation, okay. And so then you have your higher heart, which they will call like your higher self. And that is what, when you align with your higher heart, that directly communes with the Holy Spirit, the Christos energy, that you receive that information. And that information is the transformative information, the real information in which the individual, who they really are, okay. And that's what's happening. That's why the heart is on fire now. And so this is like on fire, like not just with the transformation, but it's like for example, if they may have been trying to ignore the way how they feel or the signs and synchronicities about the connection between you two, it's sort of like, okay, it's like this feeling, I can't really ignore it. Even with the transformation of the heart and being able to see things differently. Why he look like that? What is he looking at? You think about it, it's like, what is that? And that's what is that's what's going on. So for example, say this scenery in the background, he may go to the park. He may go to the park every day to go have his lunch or to go sit down and chill or whatever, go play ball, whatever. Okay. But then it's like one day he goes there and he sees something different. It's like, what is that? What is this feeling? And it's like an eye opener. Okay. And that's what's going on in the heart and in this feeling. Okay. And some maybe I hear sexual desire. Okay. All right. It's gonna be something else with that, but hold on. All right. So here, there's something else. Okay. We have reconciliation and engagement. So engaging, I hear engaging with the spirit. So I don't want to, like these type of readings, I don't really want to go too deep because you may have individuals that may be on different levels. Okay. And so depending on what level you are on, and if you are a divine one, like a twin flame, star seed, etc., whatever, that it's going to be a little different. Okay, so if you have been watching like the Bible studies, you would sort of kind of understand that spiritual engagement. And let me see how deep I want to go with this, or how high should I say. And I look at the clock and it's 12:33, and so 333, and this is the number for unconditional love, the manifested Christ and the Christos energy. All right, and so that's what, okay, so I guess the spirit wants me to do it then. All right, so these spiritual engagement, okay. And so for those that are like twin flames or divine partners, soulmates and stuff like that, that you have already been connected, you are already in divine union, you are already married in the spirit, and you have been since you manifested here. So this feels like carnation right here. I know this says reconciliation, I know that, but I mean like carnate, like you incarnated here. And I look at the timer, it was 13, 16, 613. So the spirit is really talking. So these number combinations, like how I was saying before, I'm a spirit-led reader. So number combinations like linguistics, like the way how I communicate, okay, the way how the spirit communicates with me to communicate with others and also myself, okay. So that's the reason why I may call these numbers out. And sometimes they resonate with others, okay. So incarnate. So you were already married on the higher plane. Now it's time for it to manifest. Okay. So first you manifest here in the physical, and then you go through the awakening, aka the alignment process, and then you manifest that union in the physical, in the 3D, in the resistance. Okay. So this is with the spirit, the spiritual engagement that is happening. So DNA codes unlocking, excuse me, DNA codes unlocking. And for specific twins, they may have the gift of linguistics. So this is, I'm not going to go too far into detail. You can go check out those different readings and channel information and stuff. But the activation of the tongues, activation of seeing past the regular existence. So I may look at I may look at this table and I see this table. However, like with these different DNA activations or spiritual gifts, that certain twin flames may be able to look at this table and see the genetic, well, not, it wouldn't be genetic, but it'll be like the code that makes up the table. So for example, you know how you have atoms and molecules, and then you have different numbers associated with the different aspects of atoms, particles, blah blah blah, etc., that they'll be able to break those down. And so they may be scientists, or they may not be ordained, if you will, or scientists on paper, but they're spiritual scientists. Okay. And so therefore they can see things that others can't see. They may be able to even pick up on patterns. And so they could be actually labeled, is it ADD or autistic, or something along that lines, in which they see patterns, they see lights lighting up, they see, people call them orbs sometimes, they see things that others can't see. They may even be mediums. So this is what in that video, karmic burning and alchemical processing, the left brain, right brain, masculine, feminine, and the veil that is in between, that they are able to go in between the veils. All right. And they're able to see both the physical as well as the non-physical. They're able to hear what a person may be saying, but also hear the words behind what the person are saying. And so what the person is saying, sorry. And so it's like if someone may come saying, oh, I want to be your friend, oh girl, you so funny, or oh guy, you know, what's up, you know, let's go hang out, you real cool, whatever, that they can see behind their intent. They can even see their future intent. It's like, okay, well, right now their energy may seem to be okay, so they could be aura readers, continents readers, you know, that type of thing. But then like they can see they can see beyond what the person may even intend to do. Okay, I'm not gonna go too deep. Maybe I'm losing people. Okay, so anyway, spiritual engagement. All right, and so this will lead to reconciliation. All right, and so this could be the individual actually reaching out to you, and it's not only about, I have to say it, it's not only about the individual reaching out to you, because it's to move past codependency. All right. And I initially it was just going to be like just simple and plain and like, oh my gosh, you know, like, yeah, lovey-dovey, kissy-kissy. But, you know, it's something beyond this. Okay. It's something, and it always comes back around to this. Okay. All right. So, you know, I don't know what to tell some people, because like, it's like they're like this. And you may say, oh, well, I don't go to church, I don't go to a mosque, I don't do that. But what this is making reference to is being stuck in a mindset. So imagine this little realm right here, this wannabe halo is being placed over top of a person's eyes. And so therefore they can only see what is right in front of them and nothing else. And this is what a lot of individuals are stuck into. This is what we are trained to be stuck in. And religion is nothing but a mindset. It could be a mindset about being out of the religious set, if you will. So even the New Age movement is a religion mindset, because they get all right, unsubscribe. Okay, they'll get stuck in this mindset like, oh, namaste. I'm not saying, look, don't get it twisted, I'm not saying the real meaning and intent behind it. What I'm saying is that it's like a trend. First, being a Christian was the hot trend, then being a Muslim was a hot trend, or what is it, Israelite, you know, the whole thing, you know, whatever it may be, a Buddha, you know, that was a trend. And then now whatever new age, whatever jargon you want to use with that. And I'm not saying anything about any of these, because you could be in any of these really. But if you really get it, you're not stuck in it. So it's not about being a Christian or about being a new ager, if that's a phrase, or being a Muslim, or being anything that you may associate yourself with being. What it is about moving past that mindset. Okay. And so in getting in alignment with your higher self that directly communes with the Holy Spirit, the Christos energy, with the divine source, whatever you want to call it. See, I'm not even I use different names to try to get other individuals to understand that it's synonymous. It doesn't matter about the name. I could just be like, get in alignment with, and don't even say anything. And then those will be able to feel the energy. They will know exactly what I'm talking about. They don't need words. And this is what I'm talking about with this linguistics. This is what I'm talking about with these ones that just get it. You know what I'm saying? Like you may have to work at it to get it. I'm not saying that, but it's like not being in the mindset, being blindfolded. And so with this reconciliation, that's what the Spirit was pushing me to say. Okay. Because if I mean, it was coming across like, yeah, some are going to reach out to you, but what energy, aka what emotion, what perspective, what spirit are they going to reach out to you in? Okay. And is it going to be like, okay, well, I'm feeling you right now, and so what you doing, let's go chill? Or is it going to be like, oh, I've been through the ringer, I have changed, I have transformed, and so now I'm reaching out to you because I'm ready for union. And you will be able to tell. You'll be able to tell, for those that are not disillusioned, for those that are not lying to themselves, and they really feel, and they really have this knowing. And so people would say faith. I call it the knowing, that they have been through some type of change, and they're really walking in their truth. And so by being a twin or a divine partner, you're going to marry that's true, but you're going to mirror your twin or your divine partner, or soulmate. And so for those that are not really sure if they are like soulmates or like twin flames or whatever, that this will take nobody. Okay, let me pause on this real quick and really stress this. Nobody, I don't care if they are a human, if they are a tarot reader, astrologer, your mother, your father, your best friend, a pastor, blah blah blah, whatever. Okay, can't nobody. They can say they're from Mars. They can say Pleiadian, Arcadian, whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay, can't nobody tell you that you are a twin. Okay, a twin flame. That is what you have to go through the alignment process to find out, and then that'll get you. It's pretty much like the spark. Okay. And so with soulmate connections, that's a little different, because you can have more than one soulmate, and it can vary. Okay. So if you are going to somebody, I'm just going to keep it real. If you're going to somebody and you're paying them, or even if you're not paying them, let's, get off the money train right here, because you will have some that will come in that, how I was saying, in that type of energy, emotion, perception, deception, and try to tell you something, dump off their energy onto you. So I do have videos on my Patreon page about energy, protecting your energy. What is energy? Okay. And so this is how individuals can control you and influence you and have you doing this and doing that. And you were like, oh, I have my free will, I do what I please. But guess what? They have been tapping into your energy and into your mind frame to condition you to think of what will please you, if that makes sense. So like how I was saying with this individual, it's like they have been to a sense brainwashed. And having brainwashed is nothing but someone imposing their energy onto you and making you think that you're doing your own will, but you're really not. You're carrying out their will. Okay. And so you can check those videos out. I have some, for those that are interested, on this page, like that you're watching this video. And then I have other ones that are on my Patreon page. Okay. And so this is what the Spirit is saying, that that you you have to get in alignment and get in control of your own energy, aka your thoughts, your mindset, your emotions. All of that is synonymous with energy, your energy. Okay. And so with that being said, though, okay, that you will know who your soulmate is, you eventually will know. I know sometimes it can be hard to decipher, especially when so much other opinions and stuff have been thrown into there, but you will know. For those that okay, want two different messages. Okay, so for those that have been going through this uh alignment process, or this I hear rekindling process for some reason. So reactivation, DNA activations, etc. That you will know who your twin is. You will know around. I'm not going to say the word time. I don't like time because the spirit is to operate off of time. More so cycle. You will understand what cycle. And for those that have been watching the videos, you will understand the difference between going around like this and going around and ascending like that. Okay. And so you would know that, okay, yeah, all right, I feel like if they were to come to me right now, that we will be ready to go into union. And some of you may be like, oh no, I can feel it. If they come at me now, it's not to it's just for us to stay at a certain level. And for many, it's like, shoot, they come at me now, I take whatever they give me. Or either I curse them out. So it's like the disalignment. And so that's what the spirit is saying. Know thyself. Okay. All right. And don't be disillusioned. Okay. And so giving it a chance, and this is what I'm talking about. This goes hand in hand. And so the spirit is more so saying that giving your relationship a chance is you actually taking ownership of your energy, taking ownership of who you are, and really walking in that purpose of who you are. And I'm not talking about being influenced by media and by others around you. It's like separating yourself from amongst, I hear the chaff, separating yourself from amongst others and really finding out who you are. So we have so much stuff that can entertain us, aka brainwash us, aka enforce and impose their energy onto us, that we don't even know who we are. We don't even really know our deep down feelings about things. And this is just feelings on a 3D plane, but as well as far as like aligning with a higher heart. All right, so I will pull a rune. All right. Flip it. The moon, and it's a full moon. Okay, so this could be because with Venus retrograde and all that stuff like that, and for those that aren't in control of their energy, so therefore you fall under this bracket. Okay, meaning that you allow your 3D experience. And so regardless if it's astrology, because those are energies that coming down here, the energies from the planets. And so therefore, being that you haven't mastered your own energy, that the astrology still affects you. Okay, so therefore, with Venus retrograde, you could have a lot of lovers coming back. You could have a lot of I hear dead weight. Dead weight coming back. So this could also be making reference to emotions, energy, emotion that you forgot about, that you even had for a person. And this could be both anger, because passion can be, where did the passion card go? Can be both. It can be anger, and it also can be like sexual desire. It can also be like romantic type of love. This could also be making reference to some type of opportunity or investment coming back around. And this is also making reference to the Taurus full moon. Okay. All right. And so this could be making reference to a harvest, reaping what you have sown. And that could be, it's nothing but karma. So it can be good, what they would call good, or what they would call bad, but it's all going to activate change. Okay. I think I should pull another one. And something coming to the surface. And so these could be those dormant feelings, and feelings of being lost and out of control to a certain degree, and some are questioning. You have here, these actually came out in the Twin Flame Starseed Bible study just recently, as well as a personal read. These are the same exact two. Okay, so here you have the box mindset, oh, maybe mindset, because the way how you see things are really the way how they are, because of the way how the eye flips the image. you know, but anyways, okay, so with the mindset, so I call it the coffin mindset. And this is this right here, being stuck in your 3D experiential type of mindset, you know, giving into the resistance and even the temptation, you know, and knowing that something may not be right for you, but being the fact that you have a lack of real confidence in who you really are, that you would take it. All right. So that could be a specific message. And then with this questioning, it's like, what the heck is she talking about? No, it's more so like, yeah, that could be some is like, okay, click. I don't know what in the world. I thought this was going to be such a cute message and stuff about my boo. This is a cute message about your boo if you have a certain type of mindset. So this is talking about just even for those that may be hold on, it's something coming through. Hold on, it's like disillusion, not really disillusion, it's another word. Hold on, I hear now, this is not the it's not going to really make sense, but for some maybe this word means something, deboggled, but however I know I know what that means. But wait, scrambled, not really scrambled. Anyways, it's like, hold on, defig. Okay, I see a computer screen that when the image comes up, it gets scrambled a little, and then it's like a computer screen that's going bad. Okay, or either like another thing is like a Picasso, but it's two different types of feelings with it. So with the computer screen that's going bad, it's like a short circuit. So this could be make a reference to someone that really is processing information, what they would call like off. And so how I was saying with the autistic individual, or maybe not to the degree of schizophrenia, but it's like you have to be careful who you tell your information to, your spiritual experiences, because not all are going to understand it. Okay, they're not going to understand it. Okay, because being able to go between the two worlds, the two three existence, maybe that's something, but the two different experiences, two different worlds. So you can be actually here in the physical, but around you could be a whole nother dimension, a whole nother plane, a whole nother viewpoint. Okay, and so you can't share this with everybody, all right, because they're not going to understand, because of this mindset. Most people live in this mindset. They lived in a closed off gated community, if you will. And if you're the outsider in the gated community and you're like, hey, you know, let me tell you this, they're like, no, get away. You don't belong here because you're not inside the box with us. And that's what they, you know, they'll do. And then they will, you know, persecute you and stuff. So don't tell all your information to others, okay? Even if you have to keep it to yourself. And, you know, I'm working on building a community in which we can share things like this. And I know I share things, you know, and if people look at me like this, oh, well, you know, that's their problem, not mine. But anyways, in my battery. Okay, so anyways, okay, so let me see, it's something else too, hold on. And then what I was saying about that Picasso, see, okay, with that computer screen, is like they're getting other information from somewhere else, and so it's going in and out. And so someone may think that they have a chemical imbalance, but they really don't. They really just, their mind is very beautiful. They just think and process information differently. And then you have the Picasso, which is also beautiful too. It's like it's purposely placed that way. And this is also making reference to individuals that see things differently, but they're two different types of individuals. Okay, and so it is two different types of ways of how they process information. So this could be a divine masculine with a divine feminine, and I'm not talking about the sex, I'm talking about the energy and the way how they process information, and it's equaling to the same type of distortion, if you will, but there's two different types of distortions. Okay, All right, so you have like the computer that's more finite and more grainy and shifting, like something is wrong with it. Like so, uh, um, they would try to prescribe an individual like that medicine, or try to put them in a psych ward. And then you have the Picasso, where people would like say, okay, that's a little weird, they're a little off, however they're okay, they're normal. Maybe that's the way how they are. Maybe some people think of it as a gimmick to get attention. For example, if you have an artist, like a musical artist, they may dress like Lady Gaga, for example. When she first came out, she would dress, and dance very differently. And that was her, not really a gimmick, but that was the way how she really set herself apart. So no different than Picasso having an art style in which he developed over time, and that he started to arrange his paintings purposely like that. All right. And so that's why they're both beautiful, and they both process information differently. However, normal people can look at them and say, okay, they just a little off. However, maybe that's just them trying to get attention, or, they're harmless. But this other individual over here, oh yeah, we got to keep our eye on them. And so this other person could be more incognito, more insidious, more strategic in how they do it. Or either they just and this may be them purposely doing it, or this may just be, something that just comes naturally. Okay. And so they may also have more so of a logical sense of things, and the way how they may also be able to tap into the way how these individuals think, that are inside the box, that keeps them sort of kind of grounded, if you will. And this person right here is like, forget that, forget you, I'm just going to be floating off here. All right, so if it resonated, but if you guys could hit the like button, bing, and as well leave a comment, because this will let let YouTube know that this information, I had one of these moments, which I have quite frequently because I'm very corny and goofy. Okay. If you could, okay, so I already said that. So that way it will let YouTube know that this information is pertinent, so they can push it to other divine ones, because we're building a community here in which we could be like this. We could be like this all the time if we wanted to, and then we'd be perfectly comfortable, in which we can share when you have been surrounded by individuals like this your entire life, but you're really like this, and you're always on the outskirts, that you will have a place in where you can feel welcomed, and you'll be like this, well, more so like this. You'll be welcomed in with open arms. My open arms will be like this. Come here. And so as well, if you would like to join the Patreon family for as little as $1.11 a month, that you can join us over there on Patreon. And they help to make these readings possible, as well as other teachings. And I'm working on podcasts and stuff over there. If you really want to go deep, aka if you really want to go high as well. Okay. And so depending on the tier in which you sign up under, that you will receive a free personal in-depth spirit-led reading each and every month for supporting the mission, the movement. And if you're interested in services, personal readings, I added on some new services to my Etsy shop. You can check that link out down below. And thank you guys so much that have already purchased and joined the Patreon family. And for those that have given the 613 Higher Wisdom, Higher Knowledge Energetic Exchange, also known as a donation, I really do appreciate everybody. I appreciate when you leave a thumbs up, when you leave a comment, even just for peeping at the video and be like, yeah, I'm just going to have to click off of this video. It's a little bit much for me. Or either I'm going to stay and I'm going to listen, whichever one. So I thank you guys so much, and I will talk to you guys later. All right, peace.